Hey everybody, it is Tam telling tales, and of course, you see some amazingly beautiful faces on the screen with me as well on this evening, and that is because I have some of the authors that will be featured in the Black Readers Appreciation event coming up this November 1st through 5th. They are here to tell you about this event and get you guys just excited about it as I am. So, without further ado, I want to go ahead and get started because we do have the actual founder of this event here with us on today. And I'm going to be bringing up on the screen Miss Author A.A. Lewis. A.A. Lewis is a promising rising star in the urban literature world. Her sophisticated writing style allows her to pen characters and stories that resonate with its readers. Her ability to deliver the unexpected has earned her several Amazon bestsellers. With realistic stories of urban life, A.A. Lewis is becoming a favorite among readers across the nation. So, again, I say hello to you, A.A.
Hey world. Um, yeah, I don't know all about that. Definitely sophisticated ratchet. I give you that.
You absolutely are. So you are the founder of this event. And sometimes people, of course, they don't know exactly what things are. They hear the title and they're
hmm
not exactly sure what it is or how things work and are broken down. So why don't you go ahead and tell them about that?
First of all, thank you for having me on the show. I so appreciate all the support that you give the reading, the writing, and the movie community. Um, like love you to death, and love what you're doing for us. Um,
Thank you.
the Black Readers Appreciation event came about because November 1st, let's start there. November 1st is marked National Author Appreciation Day. And we had just come off of celebrating, National Indie Author Day, National Black Author Day, and we had one more to celebrate authors. And I thought to myself, I've been doing all this celebrating for me, but I haven't really done anything geared towards the reader. And I said, well, what if, what can I do? What can I do to just say thank you to the community of readers that have been supporting me over the last couple years? And I said, what if I could give my books away for free? And then I was like, how are you going to do that? It couldn't be the paperbacks. It have to be ebooks. And so I started brainstorming, and I came up with the idea of, on this particular day, I'm going to give all of the readers, anybody who wants a free book from me, I'm going to open up my catalog and give it to them. And I said, well, what if I could get maybe two or three friends to join me in doing this, right? And I said, yeah, I might get two or three, maybe 10 people to join me in this effort to just say thank you to readers. So I put up a post and I said, hey, this is what I'm thinking about doing. You know, depending on how many people do it, we could do one author a day over, the course of 5 days, right? The response was so overwhelming. By the end of the day, I had maybe 80 authors who said, we're in.
Wow.
And at that point, I was just like, well, this isn't just a day long event. This is like a 5 day event celebrating, our community. And it kind of took off from there. And last year was the very first year that we did it. When I tell you any expectations that I had for the event, which were very minimal. So there's this meme out there and a voiceover that says "Think big, bitch." Well, like think big, bitch. I wasn't thinking big. I wasn't thinking big. I was thinking, let's just celebrate the readers that support us, right? This bitch should have thought big, because when I tell you readers showed up and showed out, authors were more than willing to gift their babies, you know, to this event. And it wasn't just one book. Like, they were coming at me with catalogs, and I had whole series. I had authors that I had only dreamed of partnering with show up for this event. Like people who are on my bookshelves were like, yeah, we'll do it. And I was like, get out of here. So out of this, like not really wanting to celebrate me anymore as an author, you're appreciating me already by purchasing my books throughout the year. We done celebrated that. It was time to give back to the readers. And last year, according to the site, so there were two things that happened. I initiated, the Black Readers Appreciation Event Week. We had people who signed up. Then I had people who couldn't sign up because they didn't know until it was too late. The link that I had hosting us, I wasn't sure just how much it could withstand. There were so many people who just started using the hashtags and went ahead and made their books free that I still don't have a clear number of exactly how many authors participated, but we were close to 150 authors last year, if not more. And then not to mention those who just celebrated, joined in, but weren't on the official event link. Hands down, blew my mind. So we had roughly 60,000 readers.
Wow.
Access the link and literally download books. And it blew my mind. And then the response from the authors was so overwhelming that I knew at that point, I had created something that was good for the community, and I wanted to bring it back this year. So that's how it all evolved, and that's why we're here talking to you today.
I love it. This is exciting because just hearing the excitement that the authors have, all of them have behind this event, it makes us as the readers excited about it too. You know what I mean? So, and then you guys like jumped in and was like, what? We about to come and tell these people about our free books that we gonna give them? Y'all came right in there.
It was so amazing because, I'm asking you to give something for free. And we all know that we don't get paid enough as is from most of the platforms that our books are housed on. So unless you have a really strong readership and following that really support your website, there's a good chance you're missing out on money. But I had done enough research to be dangerous with how Amazon works.
Look at you.
Huh?
I said, look at you.
No, see, the business person in me, before I do anything, and I'm a Capricorn at heart. So if we're not talking money, there is something wrong with this conversation, because everything I do, there's a method to the madness. So I'm asking authors to literally step out on faith with me, because in my mind it's a work. If we gift them for free, explain to them why they should try new authors along with their favorites, like support us. Just don't download it, but I want you to turn those pages, open that Kindle and continue to read, right? We could all win here. We could seriously do some damage. And that's exactly what happened. Readers were getting page counts that they hadn't had ever. And some of them had been in, this industry for years, never reaching the thresholds that they reached with this event. And so at that point, I knew we won, because on day 2, I was looking at the numbers and I was like, oh my God, so many people access this. And then I started seeing it on social media. And when somebody told me it was trending on Twitter, I was like, I don't even twit. I'm missing out. What does that mean?
Wait, so, you don't do what now?
I don't twit.
Baby, you don't twit. And neither do anybody else.
Okay? I barely got thread, to be sewing on threads. I ain't got no needle. I do just enough. So I don't twit, but because I be on the face of books. And
okay, hold on. Listen, we're going to get this together right on tonight.
She said she
tweet.
I don't twit.
You know what she said.
I don't twit. Okay. I don't twit. I don't tweet. I don't do none of that. But we were trending over there And it blew my mind because the community rallied around this event that I honestly, I thought maybe 100 people will say, yeah, we'll download some books. But in my mind, I kept saying, but if we could just get a hold of the community, this could be big. And on day 6, when I woke up and I looked at the numbers, because actually over 60,000 people downloaded, but there were 84,000 that actually accessed the site. What I don't know is that 20,000 that didn't do anything. I don't know if they were repeat, visitors. I don't know if they were people of a different persuasion who were curious. Like, I don't know. But that became my focus for this year. Literally was great that 60,000, but 20,000 plus people left the site without something. So how do I make this more inclusive? How do I hone in on that 20,000? What do we need to do differently this year so that I can make sure everybody grabs at least one book from this event? Like, so I sought out. I went on a heavy campaign to be in the inboxes. I'm very professional with my approach, but I guess I don't have enough fear to stop me at this point, if that makes sense. Because
who wants fear?
But you know what? I've heard no enough. I was a childhood actor. There is nothing more terrifying than being a child going on auditions and hearing people critique you. Like, your skin is not dark enough. You're not light enough. Your hair's, in that day, too nappy, too all, if I showed up in braids with beads, it was too Afrocentric. Like, you're too chubby, you're too skinny. I've heard it all. I've heard no 28 different languages or 32 now. I'm perfectly okay with no. What I'm looking for is the yes or a maybe. So my approach literally was, how do I gain yeses from all of these authors? And I'm dreaming big now. This bitch is big. The mindset is there. So I attacked it and approached it in such a really great way that most people, nobody's told me no. And the people who told me no are now signed up. And it's because I know they saw the traction. I know they saw people interested. I know they went and did some homework, because I could see who checked, who's doing homework on me. I can see that. Like, and I'm like, go ahead, look all you want, but you're gonna give me a yes. You give me a maybe now. You think about it, but you'll give me a yes, because your friends are giving me yeses. You don't want to be left out of this event. And
absolutely
you saw what happened last year. You did some research. You're asking around. That's what you should do. But as a community as a whole, like, I wanted the cookbook, chefs. Listen, I went and got into Carla Hall's inbox, spoke to her people. I knew the answer was no, but what I wanted them to do was know that this event was out there. And maybe next year, now that she knows, she'll be like, no, we're not going to miss it. We're going to be part of that one day, where we can gift one of her older cookbooks to us. I went and got in Cardia Brown's inbox. Like, there was no fear. Listen, First Lady Michelle Obama got in the inbox. I got the official White House letter response. Listen, this girl I said, well, I'm not thinking big enough. Like, why? What's stopping me from just asking? The worst they can say is no. And I done heard no, baby. Give me a maybe. Give me a no, I can't support. Not like that, but I can post your flyer on my social media. I could tell a friend to tell a friend. Listen, that's all I'm asking for. And that is propelling me to make sure that this event is not something that we're going to fail at, because authors have come to appreciate it. Readers are looking forward to it. And for me, that's all I wanted. That's all I ever wanted, was to just say thank you. And this has become my brainchild. And to me, it's only as successful as I want it to be, or as we as the community want it to be.
I absolutely love that. And as you talk about the other authors that are going to be a part of this event. We have some of them here with us on this evening. You see them on the screen. We're doubled up here a little bit. And so my co-producer of the show is, of course, an author who is participating in this event as well as Mo Flames that you see here on the screen, and Cassandra Charles. Hi, ladies. How you doing? How you doing? So I am just going to go around in my little box that I see. I switched it up a little bit. I think something shifted, child, while we was, talking. So next up that I am going to have on the screen for you will be author Mo Flames.
Hey, how you doing, everybody?
Hey, so now you get a chance to sit tight while I talk about you. So, Mo Flames writes fun, engaging, romantic fiction. She is the epitome of passion meets pen. Bubbling with charisma, Mo engages her audience in very unique ways, touching lives with her vivid storytelling. For her, writing is a gift. And having improved her style from a tender age, she's now pushing the boundaries of suspenseful contemporary romance with spicy precision. As an author who flourishes in telling affectionate stories, Mo's every word pulls readers into a spiral of emotions, connecting them to a world full of surreal yet conceivable drama. Everyone, again, say hello to author Mo Flames.
Hey, everybody, how you doing?
So why don't you go ahead and just tell us a little bit about your writing style and the book that you are going to be featuring for this event?
Well, listen, I will start out with saying a book, but after, AA came in, I started feeling like, well, wait a minute. We have to go back and think this through, AA, and put the series in now, but the whole series in. But we'll talk about that afterwards. But I think you did well with my bio. Since a tender age, since I could hold the pencil or pen, I've been writing. I wanted to rewrite the Harlequin romances. If anybody remember the Harlequin romances, they were so sweet, they were so kind. I didn't like the endings. And because I used to watch the stories with my mom, like when I would get out of school, she would always have Young and the Restless on or Bold and the Beautiful. I'm like, this is not real life then. This is not how romance works. So I would sit there with my pen and my pad, and my cousin would be like, what are you writing? What are you writing, Mo? And I'm like, a whole nother story, because that's not how it works. And she's like, are you really writing another story? I said, yeah, I'm writing a whole nother story. And it wasn't until years later reading Elin Harris, Eric Jerome Dickey, and Zane, I'm like, man, they doing it. I could do this too. So that's kind of where, I got started with my writing. And this last year, I came out here and started writing. Had an opportunity to meet AA this year in at the K Renee experience. She and her husband D Lewis, and I'm like, man, when I saw this was her event, I'm like, I gotta get in, I gotta get on, I gotta be a part of this. This is amazing. So I'm excited to be here with everybody and participate.
Yay, 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 yay. And everyone is excited to have you as well. And so, why don't you tell us about the book that you are going to be offering for this event?
The book, and I want to say books because I'm gonna do the series. I'm also gonna do the series. Because once they get the first one, they're gonna be mad that they don't have the series. Okay, so I'm gonna say series. It's the enough series, and I'm gonna plug it the way I do when I'm at these signing events. I have my main character, Desiree Edwards. She's an unhappily married woman with a surgeon that works up at Northside Hospital here in Atlanta. Mm-hmm. She runs into her ex-boyfriend's best friend at LAX. Did y'all catch that? Her ex-boyfriend's best friend at LAX. They shared this romantic kiss, y'all. She forgets about her husband. He forgets about the friendship. Yeah, they start this love affair. But when they get back to Atlanta, she runs into the ex-boyfriend. Now your girl in an entanglement with the ex-boyfriend and the best friend.
Come on in.
Remember I said she was married, right?
Get a
Husband
whole
got a
hood.
whole love affair that don't include Desi with a man and a woman. Oh, but wait, there's more. Yes, there's
Oh,
more. There's more. Because by the time the story is finished, somebody ends up unalive and your girl pregnant and don't know who the baby daddy is.
come on then.
So
My
that's
kind of ratchet. My kind of ratchet.
for one book. I got to put the whole series in because the whole
Yeah,
series.
cause
Yeah.
I first of all I gotta read that, but they'll be mad because you cut it off. I need the rest.
Yeah.
I'm mad because I only have the first book.
And the name of that book is
One ain't enough.
all
One
right.
ain't enough.
There you go. So
There it is.
everybody, when this event goes up November 1st, y'all make sure that you all look for this cover right here. One ain't enough. Okay. I'm getting it. Y'all need to go ahead
Y'all
and
need to
get it
get
too.
into this drama. That's a
And
whole
then
lot of fun.
after you get it, I'm gonna keep on telling y'all throughout this interview. You gonna read it and you gonna review it.
That part.
Review.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, there we go. There we go. I like it. I like it so much. Okay. Now, thank you so much for telling us about you and about your book. Forgive me, because I got so many devices going. I'm like, I'm looking over here, and how come I can't see myself looking at myself? But that's because y'all over here. All right.
I love
But
it.
either way, I'm gonna be able to look in the next author's direction because next up we have Miss Cassandra Charles. Hey.
Hello.
All righty, so it's your turn. You got to sit tight and let me tell the people a little bit about you. Originally from Brooklyn, New York, she has parents from Trinidad and Tobago. And Cassandra graduated college with a BA degree in mass media arts at Morris Brown College in Atlanta, Georgia, where she resided for many years and now has her master's degree in adult education. She always wanted to write a book, but hesitated for many years as she suffers from adult dyslexia. But she never allowed her disability to hold her back on anything. And she is excited to add thoughts to the Jamie Reynolds Chronicles catalog of books. Everybody, please say hi to author Cassandra Charles.
Hello. Thank you guys so much for having me today. I'm super excited. Thank you.
Absolutely. So now it is your turn to tell everybody a little bit about you
Yes.
as well as the book you will be offering for the event November 1st.
Yes. So I am author Cassandra Charles. I have a 6 book series. Let me start back over again. I am an avid reader, so I have been reading books since I was a little kid, and I love reading books. I've been reading books, and I used to always read. Most books to me back then were very standalone books, and I used to be like, well, what happened, and what happened at the end, and what happened to this other character? And I've always challenged myself and said, if I ever wrote a book, I'm going to write it where you're going to follow a character throughout her whole life and you can ask, you can meet the other characters, the boyfriend, the exes, the parents. You can get a full perspective of the actual character's story. So my series of my books is called the Jamie Reynolds Chronicles, and you follow one main character, Jamie Reynolds, throughout her whole adult life. So I have a 6 book series, and you follow her throughout about a 10 to 15 year span of her life, straight out of college, in relationships, all the way up to over 30, I guess you can say, and dating. So on the left hand side, on my right, you're going to see my 6 book series, and then I started writing standalone. So my latest standalone is Thoughts, and it actually just came out last week. And I have a total of, and then I have Joyride, which is to date my most successful book. It was actually nominated for Best Erotica last year. It is an amazing erotica book, and I had a lot of fun doing it. I also have some erotica cards, but that's a side note because that's not on it. But A. Lewis and I, that's my girl. She hit me up and said, hey, do I want to do this event? I think before she even said hit send, I said yes. And I said, I will put my whole catalog on there this year. So everything I said to you, which is my 6 book series and my 3 standalones, will be available on the catalog because I love the fact that she is trying to give back to the readers. A little kind of a funny story, not really funny, but I was banned last year for a whole, suspended from Amazon for a whole year. So KDP. So I did not have my books on KDP for a whole year. I had to use other sources, and I did well. Like I hung in there. So this is definitely my way to give back to the readers and say, listen, screw you, Amazon, even though KDP, thank you for helping me back on. I'm going to give my whole catalog to you guys for a whole entire week for free. So this was a no-brainer. I was super excited to do that. Last year when I did the event, I had so much fun. I literally emptied out my reader, and I believe I downloaded at least 80 plus books. I have to say, AA, I think I'm the reason why you have those 20,000 people who didn't purchase, because I went back every single day, like a couple of times a day, to make sure I didn't miss anything. So at least I was logging on like 3 or 4 times a day just to make sure I didn't miss anything from my downloads. And for me to highlight the authors that I'm reading, I also started doing authors talks just to kind of say, hey, I see you, I read your book, and the exposure you get, guys, from this experience and this event is amazing. I get to read so many new authors, so many new readers get to see my craft, and I'm just really, really excited to be a part of it.
Oh, and I am sure AA is excited to have you.
Listen, if y'all don't go read Joyride and Thoughts, and
Right, definitely.
Listen, let me say this. I'm interested in hearing about them cards.
And the cards, get her cards. I got the cards.
get the cards.
Yeah.
Is this a grown event, right? This is over
Yes,
18?
yes.
Okay, so I can show you a card.
Oh, okay.
So there's 30 cards in all. Oops, sorry, 30 cards in all. And I'm so sorry to take the shine away, but in my book, Joyride, my character says her most prized possession is making flashcards for the culture. And I wrote it in the book, and the book goes live, and I'm like, wait, I wrote that. That means I'm the one that created flashcards for the culture. So I made the flashcards for the culture. They sell extremely well. I was kind of bored last month, so I actually, in addition to my Joyride series, I've made a Joyride sex journal. What I mean, this is probably the best work I've done. I have everything from a crossword puzzle. I have strip tic-tac-toe. I have dirty dice. I have guess the position. I have so much fun putting this together. I am such a square as a person, but I just have this gift when it comes to empowering, educating women to be comfortable in their sexuality. So I am actually doing my first Erotica Expo. Yes, child, Erotica Expo. The same weekend this event drops, it's actually going to be in New Jersey on November 3rd through the 5th. And I literally printed out 500 copies of Joyride and 800 copies of these flashcards.
And they will sell.
Of actually selling out. AA like
they will
gonna
sell
out.
So
I'm so excited to be able to share this book with my readers and have people see it. But my cards are located on my website. You can always go on my website and see my cards and my journals. And I think it's just such a great time. So I appreciate the experience. I appreciate the exposure. And thank you so much again.
Listen. I did not know the technical names to some of these positions. I didn't know. I was just like, I didn't know that's what that was called.
Neither, because I'm a virgin. However,
okay, yeah.
But what I'm gonna say is, just for the sake of education purposes, you don't have 799 of them cards to take to your event.
Okay. I got you. I got the email. I will personally gift you guys. I actually make a pleasure box, which AA knows all about. I will make a pleasure box, and I'll personally I'll personally mail you one of my pleasure boxes that will come with the journal, the flashcards, a bedroom tickler. It comes with lubrication. It comes with oh my God! It comes with a pair of dice to go along with the game. It's a bunch of fun in a box. So I will send that to you in about a week or so. So be on the lookout for that, just for having me today. So thank you.
You're gonna want to do an unveiling. Listen, it's branding 101. Like I bought into it. That's why my husband thinks
my sister-in-law bought into it when she came to see me in North Carolina. She said, "Did you know there was some cards over there?"
Yeah.
I didn't get them, but I hunted her down in New Orleans and got them.
Yep. It's become like the Joyride line has become bigger than me. And like when AA said, "Think big, bitch," I feel like that's where I'm at now because I literally did it because I thought it was a cute was the word, cute addition to my Joyride book. And I'm like, oh, wait, I'm sorry. This is a business. Like, I now have an Etsy page because of Joyride.
Oh,
I now
Come
am
on.
going to this expo where they're expecting 30,000 people because of this cute little thing I was trying to do. So, yeah, it's been an amazing experience. So for me to give back the way I am, I'm like, girl, you can have my whole catalog and put it on the Readers Appreciate. Because I want people to really be able to read it and get to see like my craft. But I'm just so excited again. AA has been an amazing person. So I want to salute her, first of all, and give her flowers for even putting this event together. I mean, sky's the limit. When she said, I'm going to do it big again this year, I was like, we're probably, because I'm a part of this family now, we're going to probably have about 300 people. She was like, real? I said, yeah, we're going to have, like, sis, listen, this is huge. This is big. I'm giving you my whole catalog, and you have been in people's inboxes like a crazy person.
Say it every morning.
So it's going to be amazing.
I'm being inboxes.
Listen, and I was like, don't block me. Listen,
what happened. So, I was doing this interview, right? Maybe a few weeks ago. And so as I'm talking to this actor, man, he suggests a Tam telling tales after dark.
We will be doing that.
And so the concept is that the conversation can get a bit more adult. Okay, shall I say? And I can't wait to get my little my gift, because I just feel like it's gonna get featured on Tam Tales.
I'll take it. Thank you.
I think you should be featured.
I think so too.
You.
Come on, Joy.
The cards themselves, like, I love that she has the journal now. But when I got the cards, we did a adult game night with the cards. And I was just like, couples only, let's do this, right? Like, this is the position. Who can get to this position the fastest? We had so much fun with the cards. Now, I was just like, I don't think she knows what her brand is out here doing.
I
like that idea.
I literally am like the opposite of what I write. I'm super square. Like, I'm not adventurous. Like, people see me and they're like, you're the author, not in a disrespectful way, but like, because I'm not like over the top. I'm loving your red lipstick, and I would never wear red lipstick. Like, I wear nude, everything. Like, I'm super plain Jane. So to do this and to know that this is literally like a full-time thing now, I'm shocked, because it's taken on so, like, my goal was like, I would love to just sell a couple of cards this year. Like, I'm on track to sell almost 1,500 cards this year is I'm on track to sell.
Wow.
1,500 cards this year.
And she is going to sell out at this expo.
Yeah.
Like, when she told me she was doing it, like, I was like, and you got enough? You got enough for the holidays?
I reached out to my supplier. I was like, can you just have 500 cards on the back end just in case? I need some more. And he was like, all right, I got you. So, like, to know that people have been supporting me and being on this journey with me, and I don't know anything about it. Like, you had asked me earlier, Tammy, you was like, hey, who made the cards? I was like, literally, I was on like a site, and I was just like, hey, I have an idea. Who can help me? And it's just like the community and people, the world that we live in right now, it makes making your dream, if this is a dream, it makes it so easy and attainable right now that I was actually pretty confident that I printed cards, and I have like in my house, and I'm selling it, and I have Etsy, and like I never thought my direction was gonna go this way, but now I'm totally embracing it. Think big, bitch. I need to like literally put that on a wall somewhere, because I love that. And I'm really, that's where I'm at right now. I'm like, I'm definitely gonna end the year. My goal is to end the year making like 20 grand at the end of between now and the end of the year. I'm like, why not? And it's like, I'm putting it out there. Yes.
I know that's right. Why not?
And you gonna have it. Oh my goodness. This is so exciting. I love to hear. Whew, child. Okay. See, this is what happens when we come up here on Tam Telling Tales. We just be kikiing, and we be learning all kinds of amazing stuff about people and how it can benefit our lives, whether it's sexual or in any place. You know what I mean? I love it. Now let me take my little virgin tail on over to this.
I'm about to say the virgin.
Yeah, virgin tail. Is that a drink?
I know, right? We're going to let him live. We're going to let her have it. Go ahead, sis. Tell me your story, girl.
Thank you. Because, other people be hating.
Mm-hmm. Working with the red.
She know me.
I haven't
said
one word.
She's where she my friend and know my business.
I ain't said one word.
Okay. Speaking of friend that knows my business, the next person that we have here that will be speaking to us is this beautiful lady right here. Everybody, this is Kaylynn Hunt. I am actually going to remove myself from the screen so that I can do her actual formal introduction like I did everybody else's. Okay. My name's still going to be up here, but just know that this is just solely about her. Okay. Okay. Meet Kaylynn, a Detroit native with an unwavering passion for writing that has burned bright since her earliest days. Averse to the ordinary and unafraid to question norms, Kaylynn's writing reflects her ability to create challenging conventions. Her pieces are captivating journeys that pull readers into their embrace, weaving imaginative tales with threads of her own experiences. A true advocate for thinking outside of the box, Kaylynn pushes the boundaries of creativity and invites her readers to do the same. Through her thought provoking narratives, she exercises the mind, nurturing growth and enlightenment. In a world that often encourages conformity, Kaylynn stands as a beacon of artistic expression and intellectual exploration, encouraging others to embrace the extraordinary. Everyone, please say hello to Kaylynn.
I don't know who wrote that. Hi, everybody.
So, Kaylynn, tell us a little bit about you and about the book that you will be presenting for the appreciation event that is starting soon.
Well, I have been publishing since 2011. I'm actually, I think I'm featuring 5 books on this event.
Okay.
I was a part of the event last year. It was very successful. I thought it was a great idea. I saw numbers ticking, page turning way past November, like all the way into February. Like it was awesome. And it was awesome to reach other people, reach different audiences, like other people that may not have known anything about me. And as soon as AA put it up, I was like, I'm there. Like I signed up as soon as I saw the link. I was like, here we go, right there, because I was not gonna miss it. I think it is a great event, and AA, you do such a wonderful job of putting it together, and thank you for doing this for us. I write urban contemporary. I kind of cross genres a lot of times. So I only have one series. It's only a 2-book series. I started out as a reader. I am a part of a book club. I don't know if you can see. I see you. And I originally was not a fan of reading series because I wanted to know what was going to happen. I didn't want to wait till 10 books later and have to go. But now I've changed a little bit because I've read a few series and anyway. So I plan to pen in any genre that comes to mind, and I kind of want to touch on all of them. Right now, I have a lot of things in the works, especially anthologies. I have some collaborations. I have some solo projects. But let's see. The 5 books I'm featuring is Love Was a Vengeance, which is my first book, and Catching Dreams, which is the sequel to that, or the second part to the series, and Recipe of Deception. Oh God, I can't even remember all. Complicated Simplicity, which Tam will tell you she's in the book. She likes to say that.
I'm in the book.
Love's Crazy and What a Mother Won't Do. And my latest, which is an anthology, it features 9 authors that do Freestyle Fridays over on ICU Reading and Chatting page. It will also be featured, the Freestyle Cipher.
We are super excited, y'all, about all of the many things that are going on. As you can see, there are amazing authors that are going to be contributing to this event. And so we are encouraging all of the readers, all of the other authors who want to support, so please participate. So when it's time, what we need you to do is to follow the instructions that I'm going to have AA come back on and tell us about, as far as all of the logistics. if they need to sign up anywhere, if they need to give email addresses, that step 1, step 2, she is going to be able to provide that for you. And she's going to be telling you her book that she is going to be offering for the event. Don't think I forgot. So you got to come back and tell us about that. All right.
Before we do that,
there we go.
do this, because Kaylynn in that anthology, the cipher. Listen, there are 9 stories in here that y'all need to read. Y'all need to read this. Like I heard the concept, I wanted to participate. Life be lifing in the Lewis household. But listen, when it all came together, when I tell you there's so many talented authors, and she has 9 of them working as a collaboration. Like that's a feat in itself. Y'all need to read the cipher. Like
so I was getting ready to get in your inbox because I do want to put you on the list. I plan on doing further volumes, and I'm planning it out now.
Say less.
I can put you down.
Say less.
All right.
Yes, say less. Listen, no, because this event, what it's doing for me as a reader, it's opening my eyes to readers authors I wouldn't know existed, right? Because we all have our favorites, and when they put out a book, we all be like, oh, I gotta get that, right? But it's the other talent that's out there that we're not aware of. That's the one thing that it's doing. The second thing that it's doing is it's giving readers an opportunity to grab a new to you author or venture into other genres that you normally wouldn't do without having it cost you anything. And what I've come to realize is that, like, I'm a fangirl of everybody. So I got some new fiction, some sci-fi fiction authors that I didn't know, but I love them now. Like I see a book come up, I share it because I'm downloading it and I'm about to read it. Listen, I'm not a romance girly. Like I have my standard ones that I follow and I love from way back in the day, but I don't, me and happily ever after, like the hell with that. Give me the drama. So now I have romance girlies that I love, like, and I'm supporting and reading. I'm all over the place with what I read. My male authors, like, they showing up. Listen, there is something here for everybody. But what I'm encouraging readers to really do, get your fan favorites, but also get something new, because you'll be surprised at the level of talent that our community has. Like it's not just, we're not just a one trick pony. We don't like it. People think Black and they think urban lit and street lit. And Lord knows I love a good, gangster story in these streets, right? However, there is so much variety and versatility in our experiences. Like we're here, we're well represented. But what you have to do is you have to take a chance. You got to pick up a couple and don't stop at the one and be like, oh, it wasn't for me. Pick up 3 or 4, because out of that, you're going to find 2 or 3 of them are for you. That's the encouraging piece. And guess what? It didn't cost you anything. It was our way of saying, hey, we're here. Thanks for the support. And guess what? Now you got a new fan. Like, and we instantly become fans of y'all, because when y'all be reviewing these books, y'all be doing it. Like some of y'all, I'd be like, I didn't know they had little color sticky things like that. Where you get that at? The things y'all do for us, we love it. But what I'm saying is, get out there, grab a handful of books, grab 50 to 100. I don't care. They all free for you. But you'll never know what's out there. And if you're truly a reader, you're gonna want to know some of these authors. You're gonna want to get to know them, like, because we a bad group. We a bad group of creatives. Get to know us, and this event is going to allow you to do that.
I love it. So step 1 for all of us who plan on participating as the readers, as the consumers on November 1st. Do we need to sign up anywhere in particular?
You can sign up at www.brae.website. For the newsletter.
You said www.brae.
Yes. So Black Reader Appreciation
Event
dot website.
Okay, well, there it is.
There it is.
I am going to do a recap for myself and for us readers. We are heading over to the www.brae.website. Of course, that stands for Black Readers Appreciation Event. Once we get there, we are registering our names and our email address. And then on November the 1st,
there is a link in the top header. There's a page that says free book download. There's a button that says start downloading books here. I am going to keep that there, but I'm also going to share the link, the direct connect to the link with all the authors participating.
They'll be able to share those from their individual pages.
Yes, from their individual pages. So if you're a fan of Mo's and you go to her page, she'll have it up. It'll, you can link it to your link tree, which is what I do for IG. I put it right there. You don't want to hit the second tab down. Don't. It's right there. Just it says, Black Authors Appreciation Event. It will be everywhere. And I'm going to make sure that, through my conversations with everyone who's participating, easiest way to do it. Like we can keep them going to Bree, or we can keep them going to the website. Either way, I'll get the reporting that I need so that we know how to improve for next year. So, it's
I like that nickname too, Bree.
I like Bree.
I like
that with Bree.
Okay, so did you tell us your book?
I'm going to do.
I got mine.
Giving my all to you. That's as close as a romance book you're gonna get from me. It is. I love Deshaun. Deshaun is a man's man. In my eyes, Deshaun look just like that cover. He's a ripped, and he is a gorgeous soul. But you know how people have past. Deshaun, he has a felony, behind him. But he's grown out of that. And the one thing that he did say was, if ever I got a chance to love and live life right again, I'm going to give my all to that woman I choose to love. Yvette. That's I myself. Listen, Yvette is a corporate woman. She's making a strong 6 figures by herself. And here you have her falling in love with a man who has a past. Not only does he has a past, but he has an everyday job. He's a garbage man. And you got to wonder, can the two make this work? Well, we're going to find out all the drama, between her and her friends. I'm going to do, I said I was going to do this one too. So this is funny because I have not put my books on the site that I'm working. I've been doing everybody else's. So I'm going to do the Dom. I'm gonna do the Dom because the Banker is coming out in December. I had a delay on that, so the second book in the series is coming out in December. The Dom is my BDSM erotica, interracial erotica. I love it because he's a rich, older, distinguished white gentleman, and she is a young business banker. So I toyed with my former career. And he is into submissive women. Now, he's never been with a Black woman before. To him, in his world, you don't work with the help. And that's as close as to what he's been introduced to white women until he sees this woman in a corporate setting. Now, I'll let you know, book 2 is all about April. Her name is April, the banker. And what she does is she goes from being a submissive in book 1 to being a dominatrix in book 2. So I love that for her. So that's some growth on the next level.
I love it.
Okay. And of course, the fuckery that happens between, because the main character Brick and the Dom is married. So there's some tragedy that happens there, because I wouldn't be true to myself if I didn't bring some ratchetness to that story. But if there's one book I'm gonna say people should read from me, truly read, hands down, one of my, this is my favorite book that I've penned so far.
I knew you were going to say it.
The Dark
Great
Side of
book.
Light.
Great book.
Don't let the cover fool you. Like I didn't know how to represent this book.
What genre is
it? It is going to take you. What genre is it? It's contemporary. Let me just, I'm gonna lead us here for you. So I'm gonna tell you the story.
It's a great book.
Toni Wright is probably the baddest looking trans woman that you're ever gonna see. And she ends up in a male's prison. Now, in the state of New York, it's not based on, what you identify with. It's based on what your birth certificate says, especially if you have it fulfilled on your sex change. So right now, the only thing Toni still has is her bottom male part, but she is all woman. To the naked eye, she is all woman. She is the coldest woman, and she finds herself in prison. And throughout her life, I think relationships have let her down. And in the most unique story that I could come up with, she finds a family. Now, through this journey that she's going to take you on, and it's a journey, not only will you be rooting for her, but you'll be rooting for Pooch, her cellmate. It's the most hilarious, loving connection, but also the other characters in the prison who become her family. And I think what Toni taught me was the definition of family. It is not necessarily blood. You have the right, blood makes us related. Family, we can choose, right?
Yeah.
That's what Toni does for herself. Now, I would not be, there's some bad people in here, there's some bad characters. Like Toni finds love in prison, and we all know how prison love goes. But this story is so wild and out there and so different, and will be a movie. Because the production next year too. Because Toni and Pooch will give it to you. And I swear to you, I've had male readers read this book, and they were like, oh my God. Like, I was cheering for Toni and Pooch, and I was just like, oh my God, that means so much to me. But I think if you really want to get an insight to the author that I am, like, I would highly recommend downloading The Downside of Light. And if you ever want to venture out and listen to the audio book will not disappoint. Like,
that's correct.
in fact, I'm going to send you two ladies the audio book, because literally, no,
I'm here for it.
I'm listening at work.
Hands down. And, I didn't want D. Lewis to do this, because I was like, you don't sound feminine enough. First of all, this will be the only book of mine that he never read because of the subject matter. And I was like, that's fine, don't read it. But in listening and auditioning narrators, I could not find someone who could commit to being a feminine male, and let alone two of them, because I needed two voices for this book. And I couldn't find somebody to commit. And then one day he was like, you've listened to 50 auditions now. I said, yeah, it's just never going to come. It's never going to happen. I'm okay with that. He said, let me go and try. So he went into the booth. He came back out and he gave me his best feminine voices. And I was like, that's what they sound like. And I was like, will you do the book? And he was like, I don't know. But by the end of him doing that book, he was like, I'm going to really miss Toni and Pooch. I fucks with them. I liked them. He was like, is it going to be a part 2? I was like, no, it's a one and done.
No,
and he was like, he was like, I got to tell you, that's probably my favorite book that you've written. And it's the one book he didn't want to read. So when I tell you this book is going to take you on a journey, download this one.
Okay. Got you. Well, ladies, we have come to the conclusion of this evening. So again, I just want to encourage everybody that, hey, this event is happening. It is coming up very, very soon, November the 1st through the 5th. Make sure that in addition and in advance to that you are following the authors. So go ahead and start following them on their social media platforms now. If you haven't, funny story, people that I see all the time engage with and everything had no idea that I wasn't following them. So we're encouraging you to make sure that you actually are following those people that you're seeing on your screens all the time, because the authors will be posting the links for the free books on their pages. Of course, if you are not able to get to one of their pages, I'm sure you will be, but you can always go to the website. There you can also sign up for the newsletter, and you'll be able to get information after the fact as well. So make sure you're using all of those resources. And of course, you all know that I'm me. Okay, I'm Tam telling tales. And I'm always going to encourage people to make sure that you are following me on all of my social media platforms. Everywhere you go, Tam telling tales, that's going to be me. Social media platform, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. Tam telling tales, that's me. Make sure you are subscribed, that you are liking the page, that you are sharing the content, that you are encouraging your friends and your family to follow me, because I am continuously bringing you guys content like this, talking to amazing, amazing creators that I know that you all are going to enjoy. Before we leave, I am going to sign off from you all with, y'all know what I always say. I'm Tam. I'm telling tales. Read a book.
Thank you, ladies.
Thank you so much,
Thank
guys.
you so much.
Have a good one.